Let's see. So I guess other things that we were keen to talk to you about. So one of them, do you want to maybe talk about Modern Angels a little bit? What
Oh
is it?
yeah, I would love to. So this also was never intended to be the community that it's turned into, but it just like I saw a need where there were a few of my friends who had gotten to pretty significant levels in their operating careers. So one CMO at a public fintech company, the other's head of strategy at Figma, and I had pulled them in to do angel investments with us at Cowboy, and I just assumed because I knew they wanted to angel invest that they were doing this with other firms too. And we were having dinner one night and they were like, yeah, no, we would love to, but nobody sends us deal flow. So I was like, okay, that seems kind of funny. Like, I feel like a lot of founders would love to have you on their cap tables. Like, you should just make it better known that you're angel investing. So I collected their information about check sizes that they would be willing to invest, their sectors that they'd be interested in, what they would like to like work with founders on specifically. I put it into a Google sheet, and then I added a few other like female friends I knew that wanted to get into angel investing. And then I tweeted about it, and I had like 100 women DM me. It was crazy. And it was like really successful operators, like the VP of product at HubSpot, the CMO at Loom, the GM of The Gap. Like, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, how are none of you angel investing if you want to? And it just seemed like there hadn't been a community built for a lot of like female operators to just like learn from each other and invest together. And so I never started a syndicate because it's gonna be really hard to operationalize. I also wanted to make it as easy as possible for these angels to get into like really hot investment rounds. So I shared that database with a bunch of friends who are in venture at different like top tier firms. It's now 350 women, so it's grown quite a
Wow.
bit. And everyone's in the Slack community and like talk about deal flow. And it's just been a really awesome way for a lot of operators to get into angel investing. Actually, a number of the women who I got to know over the last year and a half in that group are now in VC. And like that was a good kind of place for them to start investing. But yeah, for anybody listening, I think like one of the things that I'm trying to do with this group, apart from just teaching folks who are operators and want to learn about angel investing to do that really well, is help bridge the access gap. And I think like having diversity in your cap table, like it's just, I mean, it's who do you want to be working and making money for? Like a diverse group of individuals is usually the answer. And usually there's an access gap for whatever reason. And so I like have a database that's very well organized as far as the expertise that you might want. So I'm always happy to give access to really awesome founders raising venture backed rounds.
I've found that I was kind of surprised by how useful Scarf's group of angel investors have been. It was one of those things where going in, it was, oh well, if someone's going to give me money, I'm like, let's talk to them for sure. And it was really all about that. And I didn't super at the time, like at the very beginning for our first round, think a whole lot about the strategicness of every person that I might have been talking to, and I was lucky that it really fell. It just kind of fell out that way. That these people were very, very strategic for us in the long run. But I think it's something that I would advise a lot of founders to think about a lot. Is just these are people that are going to be in your corner, and anywhere from someone that you never, you just talk to once in a while when you need something, to someone that is responding to every single investor update that you send out, and that can just be so valuable over time. And so I definitely recommend to consider that to founders who are about to raise money. Yeah. I guess on the side of founders specifically in open source, do you find that do you find yourself giving similar advice a lot to people? And I'm curious what that advice looks like.
Oh, that's such a good question. Because yes, I definitely do, especially because we work with a lot of first time founders. So a lot of what they come up against is similar in a sense. Um, I mean, the biggest piece of advice is around how you're going to measure and keep yourself honest on product market fit, because there's just this sense of like, and like we'll hear it from founders so often where they're like, oh, like look at this like awesome pipeline we have, or like look at all these free users we have, or look at all the engagement. And it's like, yes, but that doesn't mean you have product market fit. Like you have to be really honest with yourself around like, is what I've done so far, is it pointing towards there being a big market opportunity, and like to what degree? Because there might be small signals, but I think it's like easy to be optimistic and lean too hard into small signals. So I think it's like really, really knowing if you have a commercially viable opportunity. And that's mostly specific to open source because that's where you get that disconnect between traction and market.